I'm Steve Mango. I work here at Project Chimps in facilities, among other things. We went to Woodstock to Four Seasons Pottery and picked up a big batch of wood wool, their packing material.
I'm Riley Blackwell. I'm with Four Seasons Pottery, and we're located in Woodstock, Georgia, on Highway 92. The business was started in '92, a while ago, by a podiatrist who was retiring. His son inherited it, and then my boss bought it from the son. But honestly, these businesses used to be a dime a dozen. Now we're one of the only ones left in Georgia. So it's kind of keeping it alive, you know?
Project Chimps is a sanctuary or a retirement home for chimps that have retired from medical research.
So my understanding is it's basically lumber mill leftovers. It's like basically sawdust, but thicker strands of it.
Wood wool, otherwise known as Excelsior, is a spiralized wood material that's used, in this case, it's a packing material that the pottery place gets all their arriving shipments in. And the reason we like it is because, as opposed to hay that the chimps also use for bedding, the hay has to be disposed of after the chimps pee and poop on it. But the wood wool can be washed, rinsed, and dried out and used 2 or 3 times. So we get extra mileage out of the wood wool.
Mostly because the testing that these chimpanzees went through before they came to these sanctuaries was horrific, which is why I got banned. And you know, everybody's got to do their part, right? Honestly, this wood wool, if we weren't donating it, it'd be being burned or thrown away. So this is a much better use of the resource, you know? You gotta reduce, reuse, recycle, you know? So in that sense, we benefit in it by we don't have to pay, you know, to have it thrown away, and they get it for the chimpanzees for bedding and stuff.
Well, it's a win-win because they get truckloads of this packing material that they need to dispose of, and we need truckloads of it for the chimps bedding, so it's a win-win. It's easy.
Oh, we get a lot of it. I mean, this is one shipment of the year, and that's not even all of it that we got in this shipment. We haven't quite even finished unloading it. But we get fountains and statues in all the time, pretty much all throughout, except for like 3 months during the winter. We have shipments coming in from 4 or 5 different companies, and they all tend to use this wood wool stuff. We get probably 6 or 7 times this amount in a year, the amount that's on the truck right now. And then, you know, we've got a lot of statues and fountains that they come in, so, and pots. Relatively speaking, it's a local group. You know, they're up in Blue Ridge, we're down in Woodstock. We're only about, I'd say probably about an hour and a half apart. I've actually been up to the sanctuary. You know, it was a really cool experience getting to see that. Honestly, it's just one of those situations that came about because it benefited everybody involved, you know, including the chimpanzees.
Well, because all of our funding comes from donations, and it costs a lot of money here to maintain the 95 chimps that we have now, not to mention almost another 100 that we're hoping to get as we finish the facilities. And that's what we need donations and money for, is to finish our expansion to accommodate the rest of the chimps.
Yeah, I have. I mean, it's in their living areas. You know, it's the bedding that they use and stuff like that. And then I've seen the area where they process the wood wool, make sure it's clean to go in to the chimp stuff. So yeah, it's really nice facilities.
Oh yeah, I've got a picture of Sophia takes the wood wool on her back and walks around in the habitat with the wood wool on her back like her little baby. So the chimps love it.
Honestly, no. When I first started here, I was completely taken aback that we donated it, because they've been donating it for longer than I've worked here, and I've worked here about 3 years. So we've been donating it for quite a while now. So it was a really nice surprise, honestly, to see that we were donating it rather than, you know, it just sitting in our back, rotting until we got a chance to throw it away, you know?
All the wood wool that we've gotten here in the past 4+ years I've driven back myself from Woodstock, so I'm real happy to do this for Chimps.